Hi, this is my natural hair video. This video is mainly going to contain me, I guess, ranting and complaining about the things I've learned about becoming natural or going to having natural hair now that I no longer want to relax and chemically treat my hair. So I've written down some bullet points. I think it's mainly 6 points that I've learned so far, and I'll probably continue to learn more as I go along. But these are the things that have definitely been hammered home into my head so far, and hopefully any of you that are watching this video can relate to what I'm going through, or if you're at all curious about what's it like being a natural, and if you're considering about taking the steps, I would say go for it. Definitely do it. It's definitely rewarding so far. I really enjoy working with it, but there are some challenges that present itself, and I'll try to highlight that as best as I can in this video. Anyway, without further ado, let me get into the video and talk about the things I've learned becoming a natural. So number one, the thing that I've learned the most, which is really the hardest lesson I've learned so far, is that becoming a product junkie is definitely a real thing. I've unfortunately bought a lot of products in my journey so far as being natural, and I think I've been maybe about 6 months or so without any chemically treated hair, or I've cut off all the relaxed ends off of my hair 6 months ago. But I was transitioning from being relaxed to natural maybe in the late months of 2014. So I've been at it for a bit. But yeah, I've bought a lot of products, definitely more than I anticipated or really wanted. But you really get sucked into the whole natural hair community YouTube culture, where you see a ton of products being displayed. They're all shiny and have cutesy names, and they all claim to smell really nice and to do X, Y, and Z, detangle your hair in under 5 minutes, and yada yada yada, and give you hair that will flow down your back and all sorts of other nonsense. And you just kind of get sucked in, and unfortunately I did. So one of the cautionary tales I have to tell you if you're watching this video is, if you are considering going natural, you don't need a ton of products. You're going to hear a lot of YouTubers tell you that, but trust me, being a product junkie is not a myth. It's a real thing. You can get really sucked into buying a lot of what you don't need for something that really isn't that serious. So I would say use what you have at home. If you have a basic shampoo, a basic conditioner from the drugstore or pharmacy, use that. Do not go out and buy a ton of products. You really don't need it. It is so much more about the technique you use versus the actual products that you buy. And that is a really hard lesson that I've learned, and I'm still learning that because I'm still going through my stash right now, and I'm trying to become more minimalist and eventually come to the point where the majority of the products that I use will be DIYs, or just a basic product that can do multiple things for me versus having to go out and buy product after product after product. Trust me, you don't have to. Use what you have at home at first. If you don't have anything and you really want to get into the whole natural hair thing, then just go to your local beauty shop or store, what have you, and just buy a basic shampoo to cleanse the scalp and the hair, and a basic conditioner to replenish the hair and bring back moisture. Okay? And I'll probably do another video talking about the basic things and tools that you need to start off becoming a natural, or in my opinion, which will make life a little bit easier. But anyways, to the next point. The second point that I learned about becoming a natural is that detangling is really hard. It's so hard. You will obviously know this if you've ever relaxed your hair and then stretched it out for a long period of time, say over 6 weeks, and you notice that you're dealing with two textures and it can get really knotted and tangly. When you are completely natural and you've never worked with your natural hair before and you're dealing with an entirely new texture, it can be quite a nightmare. It has been a real whirlwind for me trying to detangle my hair, and it's still a lesson that I have to learn. I am not perfect at it, but I am getting a little bit better, but I could still use a lot of work. Anywho, yeah, detangling is really hard. You definitely have to be patient with it. It is so tempting to want to rip through your hair and say, ah, forget this. I've already spent like 3 hours doing this. Oh, I just want to be done already. But it does pay to be gentle and patient with the hair. But detangling is definitely something that is one of the hardest parts about being natural. And if you can master detangling and get the perfect combination of proper tools and technique and moisture balance while detangling, then you are way ahead of the game. So I would say, if anything else, instead of watching any other videos about product hauls and how to grow your hair really long and X, Y, and Z, I'd really zero in your focus, if you're trying to become natural, on the detangling videos. Those are the ones that you really want to stockpile on and just get the technique down, because it will make life a lot easier and it'll be a great time saver, which I still need to combat. Anyhow, next point. Hair typing still confuses me. I do not get this chart at all. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, there is a chart that's circling out there in the internets about hair typing and classification of the different types of hair on people. So it was created, I believe, the original hair chart by someone by the name of Andre Walker. I might have gotten that wrong. But anyways, he is a celebrity hairstylist, and he came up with this universal hair typing chart, which would basically put you in four categories. So one being the really bone straight, fine hair, and then 4 being the most coily, kinky, curly hair type. So there's 4 classes in it, in this hair chart. And usually they're separated by subcategories of A, B. So there would be, for example, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, and then 3A, 3B, and then 4A and 4B. And then with time, this chart evolved and more people starting putting their 2 cents into it, and then they added even more subcategories. So now I think with class 3 and 4, there's also type 3C and then type 4C. I might have gotten that wrong. Like I said, I still don't get the charting, so I don't know. Anyway, this hair chart was created mainly just to help you get a general understanding of your hair. And I think why a lot of YouTubers reference it is that it's easier to find someone that more closely matches your hair type, so you have a little bit more of a soundboard to bounce off of and to get a general idea, okay, what does my hair type in particular need? Which sounds really great in theory, but when you actually watch the videos, it's very confusing. And the one thing that I don't get is that there's so many people on this earth, and that we're all narrowed down into this really tiny little chart. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And I know for a fact that my hair, even if it might present in one way to you, I know that going through it, there's a lot of different little hair types within my hair, in my head. So I still don't get it, that whole hair typing system, and I find it really infuriating, actually. And then if you go into a lot of YouTube videos, there will be a lot of debate over what this person has, and I just think it's so incredibly unnecessary. I think there's other determining factors that will really help you along as far as figuring out what your hair needs and what will suit it best. And I hopefully will do a video that will go into detail about that type of thing. Okay, my next point is wash days are really long, really long. I really didn't think it would take as long as it did to do my hair on an average day-to-day basis. I do my hair once a week. I usually pick Sundays or the weekend in general to do my hair, and it'll take me anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, which is crazy. I mean, the silver lining is that since I only do my hair once a week, then I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week, because I will typically put it in a protective style, which, if you don't know what a protective style is, I will definitely talk about that in another video, okay? But yeah, I will typically put my hair in a style and leave it be, but the actual wash day itself is really time consuming and really cumbersome. And it is definitely a learning curve on how to shorten steps and compress things in so that you waste a lot less time, but also take care of your hair and do healthy hair practices. So it's definitely a learning curve as far as wash days. Oh, they're so long. So long. One of the last points that I've learned about becoming natural is that I've become really obsessed with growing out my hair long. Hair length in the grand scheme of things isn't really that important, but you get sucked up into the hype anyways. You watch a ton of videos, they promise that your hair will grow right down to your bum within a matter of like a month, and you just fall down that rabbit hole of those YouTube videos and you just think, oh my goodness, I just want my hair long so I can do all of these amazing things. But truth be told, I don't really think there is a quick get your hair long scheme. I think it definitely is a patience thing. Doing healthy hair care practices and being gentle with the hair. Putting in extensions like I have in right now with my kinky twist definitely kind of help with that whole I really want my hair long thing, because you can just put in fake hair and give yourself length and then it's cool, right? But there is that obsession with wanting to achieve these remarkable lengths, and I won't pretend like I haven't fallen down that rabbit hole. I definitely want to have longer hair, but I'm hoping that my focus will remain on just being healthy, not even just with my hair, but in life in general. Just doing healthy things, doing healthy practices, being patient, taking my time, realizing that things aren't as serious as I make it out to be. But yeah, you will definitely fall down that web of YouTube videos that promise X, Y, and Z as far as growing out your hair long. But ultimately, no matter how many videos you watch, and if you think that there's going to be some hidden chamber of secrets of things to do to grow your hair long, it typically always is the same steps applied. Like if you watch videos back to back to back on it, like I do, because what can I say, natural hair videos on YouTube are a hobby of mine. I just like watching them for whatever reason. Yeah, they will pretty much detail and outline the same practical common steps that make sense and that you probably could have figured out on your own, but you still watch the videos hoping that you'll learn something new anyway. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of videos out there about natural hair, and that's pretty much it, I think, for my video. Yeah, those are the things that I've learned so far, or at least those are the main things that I've come across in my hair journey. I'm sure there's a lot more that I can disclose, but then this video would be super long, super rambly, and I just don't want to talk that much about it anymore. I'm good. I've got it out there, I got it off my chest. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I do want to get into making more videos. I really want to create a channel that will be kind of like a video journal slash natural hair diary that I can look back on and then just see my progression. You know, I want to get in contact with some of the cool ladies that I see on YouTube that are part of the natural hair community, and some of the guys as well that are part of the YouTube natural hair community. And yeah, I just want to interact with other users and take it day by day, I guess. Anyways, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Okay? Bye!